Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to a very new and exciting video. My name is Chioma. I'm a Nigerian YouTuber who currently moved to the UK as a postgraduate student. Yes, you heard me right. I currently moved to the UK as a postgraduate student. In this video, I'm basically going to be talking about how I relocated to the UK, why I relocated to the UK, and yeah, a lot of other exciting stuff. You might be wondering, where's my husband, what school am I attending, or what school am I doing my master's, what course? Don't worry, just sit tight, okay? Grab your cup of tea, coffee, drink, water, anything, and don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. Welcome back, guys. So let's start from the beginning, okay? So as you all know, relocation is a very big step in one's life. You know, before you take that step, God has to be the major factor. I heard from God in 2018, 2019 to relocate. Initially, I was never big on relocation, but in 2018, 2019, I started considering relocating to Canada. I prayed about it, and I just knew that it was what God wanted for me, but not at the time in 2018. So I let it go because initially I was going to go through the Canada PR. So I just let it go. And in 2021, I met my husband and we got engaged. Then I started trying to do Canada again, but this time I was trying to go through school. So as God would have it, my husband also wanted to relocate. So it wasn't like I was the one pushing him to do it. It was something that we both wanted individually before we met each other. And then, we met each other and it became like a joint effort kind of thing. So I applied to a school in Canada, and unfortunately I didn't get it. So before I got my rejection mail, our friends, which is my husband's friend and his wife, they advised that we try UK because I wasn't really big on UK before now. So they advised that we try UK just in case. So I was like, okay, let's give it a shot, right? And then I applied to like 10 schools in UK, and I think I got admission in like 7 schools or 8 schools. I can't quite remember, but I applied to 10 schools. That's like all I can remember. So I got my admission. I was able to pick the school that best fits my budget. And when I was trying to pick a school, I was also looking at the payment plan because I didn't want something that was going to choke us, sort of. So yeah, those were like one of the factors I considered when choosing the best school to go to in the UK. After some time, we had like some financial hitches along the line, so I decided to defer my admission. It was like a very, very tough decision I had to make, but I just knew that that was the best decision to make. So my husband and I, we agreed that I should defer my admission to January intake, okay? Because initially I was supposed to be September intake, but my husband and I agreed to move it to January, so I delayed my admission. In October, right? No, sorry, in July last year, 2022, I started like processing my admission again, and then I paid my deposits. I had not paid my deposit before I deferred. So when in July I paid my deposit. Yeah, no, in July, sorry, in July I requested an updated admission letter for January, and I got it, and then I went ahead to pay my deposit. This is where the story begins, guys. I saw Shaggy. My God, this process, my husband and I, we cried 1,000,001 times because we had put in a lot of effort, financially, mentally, physically. Like we cried a lot in this season, guys. You don't want to know. 2022 was one of the toughest years for me so far, but I'm just very, very, very glad that it ended in praise. Really, I'm very glad it ended in praise. Moving on, I got my updated offer letter, I paid my deposit, and then I started waiting for my CAS. Now, CAS is confirmation of acceptance of study. Your school gives you CAS, which you use to apply for your visa. Mind you, we had already gone for our TB test in September, and within July, August, after, okay, I paid my deposits in August, so we went for our TB test, our tuberculosis test. We went for that in September, and after that, I started waiting for my CAS. Guys, I waited for my CAS from September up until November. I didn't get my CAS. At some point, my admission was withdrawn, which was a mistake from the school. Guys, this was like a very, very, very tough and challenging time in my life, because in my head I'm like, why did you withdraw my admission? So they, according to them, it was like an error on their path. But I was grateful to God that I was in this whole process. Guys, I was being very proactive as the main applicant, because I didn't want any form of mistakes in my application, because I knew that it was going to affect the whole application, like it was going to affect my husband and I. So I was trying to be very proactive, you know, always trying to call the school to know what's up with my CAS and everything. So at that point, I realized that my admission was withdrawn, and then I had to start calling the school back to back. Guys, like in a week, I probably called my school like 10 times in a week. I'm not even exaggerating. It was that bad. And then I kept calling them until the issue was rectified, and then I went back to waiting for my CAS. Okay, I waited and waited and waited and waited and waited, and guys, the CAS was not coming. Okay, the CAS was not coming. So at some point, the CAS started coming, and they were now giving it to students batch by batch. Okay, I applied to this school like since. So obviously I was expecting to get my CAS like pretty early, like earlier than some other people got, but I wasn't getting it. I was wondering, my village people, are they following me? Like, what's going on? Why am I not getting my CAS? Guys, I waited. I applied for my CAS in September, right? I got it in November. I kept waiting and waiting and waiting, and then I finally got my CAS. I think I got my CAS on the 29th of November. It was crazy, guys. It was crazy. No, I got my CAS on the 30th of November. I don't forget. On the 30th of November. Immediately I got my CAS, I went ahead to apply for my visa and my IHS. And when I applied, I didn't do priority, because at that time a lot was going on, so I couldn't do priority visa, of which I wish I did priority visa, right? But I didn't. So I had to do the normal standard visa, which takes 15, which is usually like within 15 working days. So I applied for my visa, and then I was waiting for my visa. And a lot of people that also went for their biometrics. I did my biometrics on the 2nd of December. I got my CAS on the 30th of November, and I did my biometrics on the 2nd of November. So I started waiting for my CAS from that 2nd of November. I started waiting for my visa from that 2nd of December. Sorry, guys. It was a journey. A lot of people that did their biometrics with me on the same day that I did, I started seeing on like the school group on Telegram that they had gotten their visa, and in my mind I was like, what is going on? Like, why is my own different? What is going on? It was so crazy, like so crazy. And then on the 25th of December, I got my BRP mail, which said that I had already gotten my visa and that my visa application was successful. Of which, although I already knew that my visa was successful, because I had called the embassy, I called UKVI a few days before that day, and I was told that they had issued my visa, right? So I was just waiting to get a collection mail from TLS, but I didn't see it. But on the 25th of December, Christmas Day, I don't forget, 8 a.m, I got my BRP mail, which welcomed me to the UK and told me that my application was successful. So I started waiting for my collection mail. Mind you, did I mention that I had booked my tickets while waiting for my visa? Like, I didn't even wait to see my visa. So At this time, I had booked my ticket for 31st of December. And as at 29th of December, I had not gotten an email to come and pick up my passport. 30th of December, I had not gotten an email to come and pick up my passport. I was worried. I went straight to TLS without getting a collection mail. And guys, lo and behold, I got my passport that day. God is faithful. God is so, so faithful. A lot of you might be wondering, okay, where's your husband? You're supposed to be here with your husband. Well, my husband couldn't come with me. Like I said, at some point we started having financial hitches, and then one person just had to go first. So my husband is going to be joining me very, very, very soon, by the special grace of God. Very soon he's going to be joining me. And I'm currently schooling at the University of Derby in Derbyshire. I'm studying human resource management at the master's level. Yeah. Currently, I'm putting up with a family friend somewhere in Milton Keynes. That's supposed to be close to Coventry. I'm not sure. But yeah, that's currently where I'm putting up right now. Basically, that's all about the whole process. It was really a journey. And I just want to put it out here. If God lays anything in your heart to do, please do it without blinking. Guys, this period, this season, I didn't even doubt God for once. Like, I don't know how we did it, but we did it with the help of God. God was so faithful. God was so, so faithful. Like, I can't even lie. 2022 was one of those years when I knew that God was really by our side. Like, God was really by our side. I can't even lie. From the start of this project to the finish of this project, God was with us every step of the way, and I really appreciate him for that. And for my aspiring Japarians, I'm going to be dishing out a few informations after this video on how I got to the UK, on how much it costs to study in the UK. I'm not an agent, but I just like feel the need to assist people in any way that I can, because I know how stressful this journey can be. I know how mentally draining this journey can be. So if you have any questions at all relating to relocating to the UK as a student, please, my inbox is always open. I'm going to leave my Instagram handle somewhere on the screen. And of course, you can also drop a comment on this video asking any questions, anything you'd like to know at all. I'm here to answer, of course, to the best of my knowledge. Yeah. So this brings us to the end of this video. After this video, of course, I'm going to be dishing out my relocation vlogs, but I don't have so much of that. Just basically how I left Nigeria and all of that. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.
I look at you and it's easy to see you are the someone I've been trying